been in that opening quarter.
When they're doing that, there'll be two teams at one time. It doesn't even matter. I mean, the way they were shooting the ball, it was just an unfortunate night for the Suns. They challenged a ton of them, and they still made them. But this is what they do. They're going to shoot close to 45 to 53s every night. You just got to hope that they miss, and then you got to rebound and don't give them a second chance. And that's what the Suns have to do if they're going to get a win here. Unfortunately, the Celtics just lost their last home game, so they can't be too happy. But the Suns know the recipe to try to beat this team, and it's going to take 48 minutes.
Yeah, got to get on those three-point shooters. This Celtics team, by the way, just 8 made threes from a new NBA record for made threes in a season currently held by Golden State. Well, the Phoenix point guard duo of Colin Gillespie and Tyus Jones showed their effectiveness Tuesday in Milwaukee, combining for 34 points and going 8 of 14 from distance. They'll need to bring that same attacking mentality tonight as they look to snap their slide and sting the defending champs with back-to-back home losses. It's the Suns and Celtics next on Arizona's Family Sports.
Welcome to TD Garden and tonight's NBA game between the Phoenix Suns and the Boston Celtics.
Otherwise known as the Phoenix Suns bi-weekly humiliation ritual.
Tonight, the colors are being presented by the
That was their announcer, not me.
Navy ROTC color guard.
They're just being
And now,
honest.
for the singing of our national anthem, his autism kept him off his high school basketball team, but the coach accepted him and had him join practice all 4 years.
What are we doing?
And now he is here, living out his dream.
Why'd they have to
being on the
out this dude
varsity
as being
floor and
autistic?
inspiring
I don't
others
understand that.
Living with autism to follow their dream. Please welcome from Bridgewater, Massachusetts, Eric Dunn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
And Brunson has been cleared to practice.
Well,
Actually
we'll
play on
just
Sunday.
But they need him.
move on from that. What's good, everybody? What up, Adam? What up, Vision? What up, Michael McEwen? Alex Wolf, what up?
Anthony looked really good early, but with
I just saw you message me on Discord, Alex. I haven't had a chance to look at it. I was racing home from work to start the stream.
Point guards. Colin Gillespie and Tyus Jones. They combined for 30.
Haven't heard from Sundo since
three-point range in Milwaukee.
early this morning when he let me know he was
the main guys, but Colin made a difference. I mean,
in Palestine, Israel, in Gaza.
Colin Gillespie has just been so good.
I think he's on the Gaza Strip right now brokering a peace deal.
So then,
So we'll let you know how that goes. And he might be here soon.
Colin combined for 6 assists.
You
Both
know?
had 11 in that.
We're bragging on 2 points.
He's a peacemaker.
And they're shooting the snot out of the ball, as you would say.
Not.
So
Let's see here. Mandy Moore fan in the house. What up? Christopher Johnson, Mona, Big Bad Brad. What up? Jeremy in the house. Michael Evans, Caius Lavera, Chris Hall. What up? Ethan in the house. Hit that like, guys, if you haven't. Let's get this game/season over with. What do you say? I don't know, Mona. I mean, probably because we're down Kevin Durant, so you don't have Kevin Durant in the starting lineup anyway, so you might as well let Brad play, but who knows what Brad's going to have in the tank today. Could be absolutely nothing. Give me a second, playbackers. I'm going to make sure you guys are vipped up. We're all good. Yeah, Ethan, but, you know, it's something to watch, you know. At least it's something for us to meme about. It's all about memeing. The rest of this season, meming's the best we can get. Yeah, me too, Kaius. I cannot wait for this season to be over. Hey, what would it be like to be the Celtics? What would it be like to be, you know, basically best team in the NBA and have people terrified to have to come play you because you actually defend your home court, you actually defend the three-point line, and you can make people pay from three? What would that be like, guys? I'm asking because I don't know. Oh yeah, Zambuki. We're about to get. I'm gonna use the word lambasted. We's fidna get lambasted. You know.
What would have lost it as we count it down to the Suns and the Celtics? Let's get a look at our hero bread starting lineups. First off, for the Celtics, they come in with a record of 56-20, 24-13 here on the home floor, led by Derek White.
Oh yeah, this lineup about to run roughshod on us. It's Beal, Book, Royce, and the Twins.
Great to see that, along with the four-time All-Star Devin Booker, Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal, and Oso Iguodaro.
Versus a fully healthy Boston team. Mollywop will work.
April is a very special month as it's Autism Acceptance Month, and in partnership of the NBA and the Coaches Association, coaches across the league will be Nike.
Yeah, I would think we'll be down by about 30 at halftime, Brad. I would think so.
Now, the game-worn shoes will be autographed and auctioned by Sotheby's from May 13th through May 20th, with all proceeds benefiting the Max Foundation. Now, the Max Foundation is a nonprofit founded by Utah Jazz assistant coach Scott Morrison and his wife, Suzanne, to help support families affected by autism. Now, Coach Bud is wearing the custom shoes here tonight and said pregame that it's just a great effort to support. It's an amazing thing that Scott is doing, and it'll also be the first time that Coach Bud is wearing a different pair of shoes anytime in his career. Guys?
You hear that, everybody? Bud's wearing autism shoes. Woo!
We had a terrific young man.
Awesome.
Sing a rendition of the national anthem tonight here and put on an absolute.
I'm excited about that.
Show. So the fans here embracing it as well.
We might win.
Look forward to being able to share more on this very special night.
Inferno, I wouldn't mind seeing KD go to the Spurs. You know, I would love to see him go play for my boy Gary.
This big green machine.
You know.
Well, they're beatable.
What's going on, KD? My wife in the house. I think she's about to lay down for a little nap.
Knowing that they're just not totally invincible on their floor. I mean, Miami.
Tatum's playing, Roy. He's storting.
In a semi-dominant way.
Yep.
There you see the architect.
Only person out of this game is Kevin Durant.
Raised as the season tipped off several months back. Joe Mazzulla, what a job he has done. Yeah, it's a little bit of that theory. That was the first game back.
Weird seeing Beal on the court.
West Coast swing.
Yep.
I low-key thought we were
Did not play particularly well.
not going to see
Ended up
him
falling by 21,
for the rest
so
of
we'll
the
see what
season.
kind of
Beal, screen from Oso.
physicality the Suns
Kicks it to
come out with
Oso at the
here
three-point line.
to get
Back
this
to
started.
Beal. Another
It's great to
screen.
see that guy back on
In the
floor.
mid-range, pulls up a yumper. No good for Beal. First shot, missed.
Suns going with yet another
Vision, I need to look into, like, I don't, like,
the
the character of Emma Frost on Rivals looks cool. I'm excited for that.
On the attack.
But,
Yeah, and this is where
Poison,
I
just
think
come watch it
the
over
team
on
is gonna really
playback,
start to
man.
work for Ryan. And
Come
it's
watch it
worked
on
him
playback.
somewhat this year, from rookie early on to now he's not a rookie. Late in the year to even his second year.
Why'd they do
Sometimes you gotta say, I just
Jalen
lost
Brown's
the battle.
hairline like that?
And don't prolong
That's a
it.
terrible
I think
haircut.
it's your first foul in the first.
But yeah, I don't know anything about Emma Frost as far as, like, Marvel
Like
lore. So I'm
we
kind
got
of interested in that.
47 plus
Her
minutes
legs
left.
are
That's
huge,
part
bro.
of that game.
Huge. Is her main weapon her legs? Her
Yeah, there's
thighs
always
are as
that
big as my
even in
torso. Each.
15, 75.
Sundo gon' love it.
82. There's always that early nervous imagery,
Yeah.
especially for
Free throw's
a rookie.
good. Ryan Dunn
I'm
inbounds
more
to
so when you're
Beal.
playing in a place here like the Garden.
And understand the importance that you are to the team, knowing that you're going to lose some battles and just feel
Book
like
takes a
you're gonna
screen
stop
from
all
Oso, pulls the midi, very heavily contested, but he hits it.
It's always a
That's
challenging
nice.
matchup when Drew Holiday
She was in
is
first
defending.
class.
To be one
Okay,
of
because
the
I know that
top
in another
defensive players,
universe,
six-time
she's the
All-League
leader of the X-Men,
3 times.
right?
He was first team.
But I just... She didn't have that role in first class. And there's a three. Let me get this game cast so you guys can see all the threes being jammed down our throats.
If they continue to kind of take it every other game approach, part of his reconditioning. Slips a pass inside.
Book to Oso for the float. No good. Porzingis with the rebound. So what's wrong with Nick Richards? Why isn't Nick Richards starting? Brown backdoor cut baseline. Too easy. Too easy.
My bad. That one's
Christopher
on me.
Sundo is on the Gaza Strip today. Well, he was. He might be here in time.
Booker
But
gets
he's on the Gaza Strip brokering a peace deal between
sets up Dunn for the corner.
the
3-point.
Palestinians and the Ben Shapiros. All right.
Shooting 35%.
Ooh, steal from Beal. Oso with the board. Kicks it over to Book. Pick and roll. Book. Whips it to Royce. Royce, are you hot? Not yet. Misses.
When these two teams met back in Phoenix, so they'll need him to step
Now,
up
he's
with
not
the
in the
something
Uzbeks, Luis. Not right now. I think that might be his next trip. Holiday to Porzingis into the post.
sneak in.
Hella spin moves. Oso with the great defense stops him, and then Beal gets the board. 5-7 over here, guys. Suns might win this game. Sark Mark. Beal crossover over to Oso. He traveled and then basically airballed a floater.
No, and just be patient on that. Doesn't have to shoot.
Tatum's got Oso guarding him. Crossover downhill to the rim. Lefty lay on the right side of the rim.
Had just 16 points. His fewest
Cooks.
in a month in that loss to Miami.
Yeah, Tiger
here
dudes. 1
Wednesday night.
second. Let's find one
Booker
here.
back to the elbow.
Ooh,
Get the finish
Bookie
the
and
foul. He
one.
raises up in the face
Careful
of
there,
Tatum.
Book.
So once again, Book top 5 in mid-range makes. It shows you why right there.
Look, it's pretty obvious. Devin, when he gets hot, it carries. And he is one of the best in the league at getting on a run offensively. You can see it.
Find
He's
some
feeling
more
really
Vips to
good
pass
right now.
around.
He's got to be very aggressive tonight.
Yeah, and certainly he was frustrated with his performance when these two clubs met. Just 14 points. Did have 10 assists in that March 26th game back in Phoenix.
He knows he's judged on scoring.
Yeah. Porzingis tied up top by O'Neal on the kick.
Tatum,
Fires
deep three. No, back iron. Oso tips
Backed
it
out
straight
by
to
Iguodala.
Book.
The Suns able to scoop that one up.
Book to Royce. Over to Dunn.
Suns trying to generate some
Book
quick
takes
ball
a
to Booker
three.
from
Ooh,
deep.
that's really pretty, man. Book looking
But he
good
needed
right
that. That's the
now.
one thing, even with his scoring,
Been real good. Yeah, I did hear it, Rodney Miller. And the saddest thing about it is, like, you can't argue with it. None of us can argue with it. We are ass. You know, so it's like, it's funny when another player talks shit about your team and then you just look them straight in the face and go, yes. Book, mid-range, good. Book is hot. Book is hot. Katie, I'm down for that chicken parm. Do you want to order up a couple chicky parms?
So I imagine he'll play some good minutes.
Great strip there by Beal.
Royce, sorry. Thought he was going to get the pass from Dunn, but did Dunn get blocked, or how did he? Okay, hopefully he got blocked there, because that was hideous. Jaylen Brown with the ball, working on Oso. Iguodoro. Downhill, stops, turns, kicks it out to White. White to Brown. Beal pokes it out, backcourt, 2 seconds. Jaylen Brown just hit a running 3 from half court because of the shot clock. So, you know. What's up, Burhane? Oso, backdoor pass to Bielski-Wielski. Gets it poked out, back to Oso, over to Book. Book, running right-handed hook layup off the backboard is no good. Challenged by the 7-3 Porzingis. And a missed 3 there for Brown. Rebound by Dunn. Book bringing it up over to Bielski-Wielski. Over to Royce. Pump fakesky-wakesky. Passes damn near stolen. Just stop and pop, Royce. Royce puts up a wide open floater that bounces out. Get him out of the game. He's ice cold. Uh-oh. Wide open. How did he not take that layup? Tatum's got Dunn on him. I like to watch this a little bit, but then now we got Oso switched over to him. Plenty crossovers and tweens off the dribble, right-handed, and that's 2 times in a row now that Oso has gotten cooked by Jason Tatum. Appreciate it, Brady. Yo, Brady, I watched those. I've been watching a lot of those. Spectating the first, number 1 player, but those 2 you sent me are players I don't play, like, so I haven't really wanted to watch them because it's like I don't, I damn sure don't play Star-Lord. I can tell you that right now.
8-0 Boston run.
Meedly, me. We suck, but we're only down 7. We can fugazi come back. Come on, Roy. You've been here long enough. You already know how I feel. You little mealy-mouthed son of a bee. All right. Code with the popcorn. Hey, Code, gotta be honest, Book is on one right now. Book looks perfect right now. Say what ye will. Michael McEwen says, chucking up 3s. Us or them? Because, yeah, I guess we've chucked up 5, 6. Oh, sorry, that was them. My bad. 4 to 6. That's what they do, man. But they make them. Well, Code, then you should be happy. You're getting what you paid for. You should be happy about that. Okay, Katie, thank you. World Peace says winnable. Hang on to your hats. All right. I haven't watched it yet, Brady, but I'm glad you think it's good. Yeah, it should probably be next on my list, but I'm going to rewatch it from the beginning. Code says we need young, fresh talent who are hungry. More than that, Code, I just think we need to somehow find a way, and maybe it takes a while. We got to find that chemistry that we used to have. Remember the chemistry that the Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, D.A., McHale, Campaign, Devin Book, Torrey Craig, Bismack Biyombo. That sort of like camaraderie and chemistry is rare. And that's mostly what I want back is the chemistry. Because I think the chemistry is the base for good things to happen, you know. Because this team just seems like they don't got no chemistry.
The idea of how long he can go. I mean, I've never seen a doctor like start to
That's just me talking.
look at a player while he's running. So Brad has to be the one.
Yeah, Jeremy, you're not lying. It's kind of weird that Beal's playing his position now. Yeah, Brady, just, you know, I get on and just make sure that everything's safe. Our stuff is still safe. Believe it or not, our base and everything is still there. Royce, a half-court three, air ball. I mean, it did hit the backboard, so I guess might not be able to call it. And then I started scouting places to raid. By the way, Church Cave is wide open on Scorch. Nobody's in it. We could move in today. Crouch is good. My glitch base is good. Our aberration base is good. Tatum for three. Short brick. Tipped back out by what is that? Who is that? What white is that? Oh, Beal no good?
Trailing a play now is Iguodaro. Beal with a handoff.
Beal to Royce. Pump fake over to Oso. Inside the free throw line floater is good.
You said that was going to be
Let get it.
much of the night.
Yes, sir, Nesto.
Ready to keep
We find you one over here.
Here is Pritchard. Been a little bit of a mini funk of late.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. There's a three. Wide open, wide open.
Couldn't gather the rebound, but kept it alive.
Oh, offensive rebound from a point guard. Gets it sent right back around to the big man for another wide open three.
On Cornet. And I mean,
wide, unguarded,
you gotta turn around
dog shit
and
defense three.
hit him. I mean, not to be dirty. You gotta let them know you're not gonna allow that to happen. And so you get 6 fouls for a reason. You gotta use them strategically. And that's one I would suggest we use.
15 points, 16 rebounds, a career high in San Antonio.
Yes, they
on
do,
Saturday.
Alex.
7-2, undrafted out of.
They've got it.
Tall
We
guys
need
like
it.
that, the one thing they're always worried about are their knees. So you gotta get down real low, put some pressure on them quads, and start to think about it.
Book.
Booker with the inbound.
Wow.
Just did get
Trying to get it into
inbounded
Grey
in time.
Goose, but
Iguodala's
slapped out of bounds
No man's land on that. Gotta
by
make
Tatum.
himself available when he sees the ball having a difficult time coming in.
Now Goose passing it in, kicks it to Oso, over to Colin, kicks to Book. Oh, if only he could have had a passing angle to get it to Oso, it would have been great. Oso out to Grayson, the Goosen. Goose goes to the ground, keeps his dwibble, and stands back up.
Curly Neal actually
Rare that you see that.
facing out. Those floor burns. For those who don't know who Curly Neal is, he's a tremendous globetrotter. Go look it up at halftime, not now.
Put it on pause. There is
Book,
Booker,
screen
leading
from
the Suns,
Oso.
attack with 10.
Kicks it to Goose. Goose jab stepping. Step back in on Horford and slap into tree. That looked good.
Of course, his struggle since coming off of that foot injury at 23 Tuesday.
Inferno says Gabe Knicks are interested in KD. Could they give us Cat, who is friends with Book? I'll tell you who I want for KD from the Knicks.
Across the floor to the bruising guard.
I'll tell you who I want for KD from the Knicks.
That time scrambled to the loose ball.
I'll tell you who I want for KD from the Knicks.
Booker directing traffic with a smaller defender, Pritchard, on him.
What? I'll tell you.
Backing him down, whips a pass to Iguodaro.
That's it.
Oh, I'll fucking
Come
tell
over
you.
and screen.
I'll tell you
He
who I
don't need
want.
the screen anymore.
What up, Kenny?
He waved off his teammate, and that's what you have to do.
And also now you can see a little more confidence with that shot.
I'll
having
tell
hit
you
his
who
last
I
two.
want.
Cornette, come on. He should be fine today. That big mountain man pushing everybody around, and he just fell
Tatum
down
for
like a
3, no
brick
good, deep.
when he got touched in the back.
Great hustle by Gillespie, and the loose ball is going to be tapped off Boston Phoenix basketball.
I'll tell you
More
exactly
to go here
who I
in the
want.
first. Timeout
For
on the
KD from the
fourth.
Knicks.
3-point game in Boston.
The Knicks have a player that, well, let's just say I'm interested. Let's just say I'm interested in this player that plays for the Knicks. They can have KD, sure. Sure. But there's a player they have that I would like. Okay? And it's non-negotiable. You see, the Phoenix Suns, if they decide to get rid of Kevin Durant, which that's the report, okay? I would love if the report that we were all focused on was the one that also came out that said KD's willing to return and is open to a return to Phoenix. That's the report I'm interested in. But I'll tell you, if we want to go to the Knicks, there's a player they've got that has to be in the trade. All right. There's a player there I want. And it's Precious Achiuwa. All right. Just kidding. Guys, hit that like for me, will you? Do you mind? We got 100 watching. We're down bad. We're Sundo-less right now. You know? We need all the help we can get. But yeah, who do you guys want? What do you guys think we could get from the Knicks realistically? Like, what could you get? Because they have to keep the majority of their squad together to have a situation unlike ours. We gave up. We had the foundation of a championship team that needed KD added to it to win. But we traded it for KD, and now we have KD and not the foundation for a championship. They don't want to be in that situation in New York. They just watched us go through it. So obviously they need to keep the majority of their dudes together, but you got to give something. You got to give us something because we're going to be in a position, if we choose to trade him, where we have a bidding war on our hands. Okay, this ain't going to be no sweet Luka Doncic deal where you just give us some washed up piece of glass in exchange. No, we're going to do this the hard way.
Suns are 3 of 7. Boston 5 of 10. They need 8 made threes in order to set a new NBA record for made threes in a season. Pass inside.
Rich. Big and Rich with the dunk.
Great delivery.
Looking good.
Again, Boston is at a point now.
No problem,
where
Kenny.
They really don't gain much but rhythm the rest of the season. They're not going to catch Cleveland. So when you get this close to the playoffs, sometimes you let your guard down in regards to 100% effort.
Little baby
You're not gonna put
Pritchard
yourself in harm's way.
over to Tatum.
You wanna be ready for the
Screen
playoffs.
from
So
Cornette.
that's how you can take
A
advantage
three
of the
missed
role
by
players.
Tatum, but
Okay,
Cornette
Yeah,
right there to
Cornette's
tap it in.
can't
No
allow
one
them
boxes him
to
out.
have
Don't
a
you
good
worry
game.
about that. Because we all know that Luke Cornette is basically Dennis Rodman. You can't box him out. He's the worm, too. Rebound here from Nick Rich. Book to my guy Cody, out to Colin. No good from 3. Tap out from Big and Rich to Book. No good. Another tap out from Big and Rich.
This is what I mean.
A la Tyson Chandler. Nice move there from Cody Morton. Cody Morton misses what would have been a juicy-ass, sexy lay. Pritchard to Cornette. Cornette for the yam. Alley-oop. Richards, get your big ass in the paint and play defense. Por favor. Gillespie, screen from Rich. Into the paint. Kicks it out to Book. Peyton Pritch guarding. Gillespie, corner three. It looks good. It is not good. Slapped out of bounds. Celtics ball. Yeah, Troy. Prince of Troy, and he played for like 2 seconds and then got pulled. I mean, it's crazy. I definitely don't think he scored. Pritch, step back three in Grey Goose's face. Book gets the ball poked out by Pate Pritch. Book, floater, no good. Peyton Pritchard with the ball.
That shot from Devin was an effect.
Pritchard down to Tatum. Turn around, shoots in your boy Gillespie's face. No good. Book with it. Screen from Goose. 12 on the shot, 20 on the game. Pick and roll with Big and Rich. Gets it poked out from behind. Gillespie gonna have to take it. And we get a shot clock violation. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Bud is over here gritting his teeth all the doo-dah day. 22-29, 8 seconds to go. Hauser inbounding to Pritchard. 5. Pritchard, scoop pass to your boy Horford for the floater. Grayson, the Goose, and Allen gonna put up a shot from half court. Nope, didn't get it off in time and airballed. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see. It was close, and then they went on an 8-0 run at the end of the game, end of the quarter. You know? Yep. Just gonna be one of them games that a girl goes through. Whoa, she got a lot of hair. A whole lot of hair. And a very sexy little mini tube top she's wearing there. All right? Not much bigger than a bustier. You know, I never really played a lot of Smash Bros, Alex. I just didn't. Played it a little bit as an adult, like when I was like 20, played it quite a little bit with some friends, game nights and such, but not really a lot growing up. You know, Sundo probably just played the most cheesiest character possible so he could get cheesy front-running wins. Yeah, Zambuki. I wish Gillespie would put his foot on the gas a little bit more for himself, like creating, getting to the rim, right? Like, I would love it if he would just step up and have his Goran Dragic moment where he's like, I'm undeniable on offense, okay? Actually, you can't stop me on offense because I'll do what I want, all right? I'm white and I'll do what I want. That's what I want from Gillespie. I don't know if he's got that in him. I've seen it from time to time, but Dragic made a decision at some point where he's like, yeah, I'm going to take over. I'm going to go ahead and take over. Thanks, but I'll take over now. Thank you. You know. Coach says Sundo used Lil Mac. What was Lil Mac?
They have outscored Phoenix.
Yeah, you got to fight them, though. Right? I don't think the Suns have shown much fight in really being aggressive.
Porzingis, a Thringus, thought he got fouled. Cody Martin thinks he got hit in the head with Porzingis' elbow. Goose to the rack with a little muscle and a Euro.
Hauser not wanting to pick up a quick foul. He just like, go ahead.
Pritchard on the drive and kick. They swing
Hauser to
around,
White.
sets up
They are
White.
moving that ball well. Goosey saves the rebound. Cody Martin bringing it up.
Cody Martin.
Over to Goose, down to Nick Rich, over to Martin, finds Tyus in the corner. Boy, we got a lot of tiny little guys out here right now, don't we? Beal, Martin, Tyus, and Goose, the non-defense squad outside Cody Martin. Zingis thought about a deep three. Over to Hauser, he's White. They kick it back to White Pritchard for three. Now you may be asking yourself, you may be saying, hey, was he guarded? Was Peyton Pritchard the White three-point shooter? Was he defended? The answer is no. He was not defended. Not in the slightest. Okay? Tyus to the rack. Floater. Good. Such an important move to be able to do if you're a point guard, man. Yeah, Jeremy, this is a terrible lineup. I don't know what kind of drug concoction Bud is on right now, but I want some. Brown just dicked Nick Richards.
All along, he was just trying to drive the ball. And again, if you're
Wow.
make them shoot jumpers, especially if
Only thing that didn't happen to Nick Richards there is his knees didn't go knock-kneed and he didn't trip and fall to the ground. That's the only thing missing. Tyus to Beal. Beal falls while dribbling. He better have gotten tripped. I got to get a replay of this.
9 minutes for Brad and his
Give us a
return
replay, you
from that
cowards.
hamstring injury. So we can look at the health of
Cowards.
healthcare partner of
Cowards.
Son player remains out, back to the valley.
That would have been a good meme.
Work on that injured left ankle. Still has not done any court work. According to
Beal jumping versus
Mike Budenholzer.
Peyton Pritchard.
So you expect Brad to win this.
Beal gets the tip over to Goose. Tyus. Push dribble into a floater. No good. Hauser with the rebound. Over to Pritchard. Pritchard pushing the pace. Pritchard already in the paint. Kicks it out to a wide open White. Porzingis for three. Good. Good.
This guy
Okay.
shooting 40% from downtown. Scored 30.
Now you may be asking yourself,
10 of 15 from the floor.
certainly the Suns guarded that three, right?
Jones.
Tyus for three, in and out, no good. Martin with the rebound, slapped the shit out of it by Porzingis. Block shot. Brown.
Brown with a dozen points already. Gets the
Screen from Zingle. Down to Zingle. Guarded by Grayson Allen in the paint because that's how defense works. Gets fouled, going to the line.
Anytime you got a guy like that in there, Cody, you got to give him a hit. I mean,
Poison Ivy, I think Bud's actively trying to get fired.
one of the other. Just a mano, try to shoot it over the top. Nah.
Yeah. And Porzingis needs to play in at least 4 of the last 6 to avoid setting a new career low in games played. That was in 2021 when he played just 43. The Suns will return home for one final homestand this regular season. We want to see all of you get out to the games. Join us on April 8th against the Golden State Warriors with the special Devin Booker bobblehead giveaway. April 19th.
Diego, he's
Sustainability Night presented by Footprint and Fan Appreciation Night.
he's in
presented by
Gaza,
Stores on April
rebuilding
11th against
Gaza.
the San Antonio Spurs. It's now at suns.com.
and brokering a peace deal between the Houthis
7-0 Boston
and
they have pushed this lead now to 15.
the Mort Goldmans.
Looking for his first
Beal,
bucket.
step back three.
In and out.
No good.
Here is Brown, 4 or 5 in the field. Just muscles the way down inside. Martin gathers the loose ball rebound.
That was great D there.
I bet, Alex. I bet. You know. Grayson for three. Might have been blocked. Might have been blocked. I hope it was. Pritchard, deep three. Good. You might be asking yourself, is he white? The answer is yes. Tyus downhill, out to Cody Martin, corner three. Not even close with his line drive, flaccid three-point release. Pritchard over to White, down to Brown on the block. You might be asking yourself, why is Grayson Allen guarding him in the paint? So he can cook him and score.
12-0 Boston run.
Me. Son, suck, let's get this season over with.
On the lives of others. We probably
I hope so, Diego. I truly hope so. I mean, there is a possibility that he just didn't know the game was this early. He's been a little aloof lately. Okay? He's been a little distracted lately. But he is working for the Trump administration, so we're trying to be patient with them. We know that they've got their hands full. All right? Alex Wolf says, abysmal defense so far. Well, you know, that's why we put a lineup of Grayson Allen, Tyus Jones, and Bradley Beal with Cody Martin out there. We wanted to be as small as possible so we could be as zippy fast as possible. So we can, you know, really exploit the speed angle up and down the court. You know? You just don't know ball. That's what I think. I just think you just don't know ball. Bud knows ball. Do you? Sundo's my hero. Watch him in Gaza. Wow, wow, wow. Of course he's a terrorist, Ivy. I'm the one that made a video calling him a terrorist. In the title. You ain't telling me nothing. What? I said the Suns stink. What? They ain't no good. What? They're awful. You think the Suns were going to win this game versus the Celtics? Okay? Comprende?
On point, but
Do you understand?
inside
What?
the mill.
Capiche? What?
But you can't miss shots, and that's what the Suns have done here.
They should throw in the white
Early on,
flag.
but now when you cannot afford to
What?
miss shots. And you got to take the shots.
I said they should forfeit.
And you see the
What?
numbers on the quarter shooting for Phoenix, just 2 of 9. 3 of 13 from beyond the arc.
I know, Luis, but one of us has got to be here for the stream.
Set a new NBA
You know,
record
I might join him in
63. That was held by the Warriors.
Uzbekistan later, but we'll see if I
Beal gets
can
his
meet
three.
up with him. Beal for three, a nice juicy air ball.
Gather, get enough.
Woo! But don't worry, he leaned back and stuck a leg out, you know?
Yeah, that was lovely.
So it looked pretty
A
cool.
lot of times when it is an air ball, the offensive team seems to be the team that gets it. But the defender is looking forward to hit the rim. It's like if I was playing with you on the team.
Yes, they are, Code. Yes, they are. Oso misses the free throw, so.
substitutions.
Hey, you probably would assume that with me now.
Zingas over to Brown. Sorry, yes, Brown. Beautiful dwibble moves. And a finger roll from the heavens, but it doesn't go. Book with the ball. Book. Got Derek White on him. Screen here from Oso. Another screen from Oso. Another midi. Ooh, goddamn. Book looks so good, Code. Code, you look like an idiot after that baseline midi. Backdoor cut to White. Out to Brown in the corner. Book gets there in time. Tries to poster Royce, and Royce blocks it, but they're going to say it was a foul.
Official voices quickly looking at the Suns bench.
Kaz and Enzo promos. Okay.
Body. Let's take a look at it here.
Well, they're slow with the iPad over there. Suns
Oh,
do
you
everything.
fouled him,
That's
Royce.
all ball.
You hit him on the arm before you got the ball.
Royce is trying to delay it somewhat.
They're going to review it. I hope I'm wrong. But what I saw was he hit him on the wrist and then got ball.
Password.
That would be crazy, Diego. I can't go back to baseball. I can't do it. My issue with baseball is just that nothing happens in baseball that you haven't seen several times before. Like, you take the craziest baseball play every year, and it's like, yeah, I've seen people make diving catches. I've seen in the park home runs. I've seen somebody run up the wall like Spider-Man in Marvel Rivals and catch the ball as it's going over for a home run and bring it back. I've seen people flip over the wall, catch it, and hold on to it. There's nothing new. That's just me talking. Now, if it's in person, that's different. I'd love to go to a baseball game. You know. Chuckster, what's going on with Josh Jackson? Do you know, like, where he's playing? Like, he can't be in the NBA, is he? Like, I have not seen one, like, second of him in the NBA lately. So is he overseas? Did he learn how to speak Chinese? I know the torpedo bats are new. And if they're smart, they'll go ahead and just allow every team to use them. I know my Cubbies are using them. Code. You have to know how to watch baseball. Everyone knows how to watch baseball. Okay? It ain't that deep. You know? April 9th, you guys go to the Suns game. You can get yourself a Kevin Durant bobblehead, plus a chance to get 1 out of 10 gold edition bobbleheads. You guys interested in that? You guys going to go to the Suns game on the 9th?
Block there.
Why not?
Looking at it from two different angles, you're seeing.
Is it because they suck?
Caught that right
Sounds like a
wrist
you
of
problem.
Brown before he got to the ball.
Yeah,
Oh, you think? Come on, Royce. Why are you hoeing us out of a challenge?
Looking at you, and you got to look at the iPad, and you got to figure out. That's not easy. I get it. So it's up to Royce to know, man, I did hit his wrist first. Yeah.
But you know, as a player, sometimes just because of the adrenaline, and the ball is so close.
Yeah.
That,
I agree.
and there's
But
that,
one of my,
agree, but
like,
then again, I
dude,
would
his
say-
hairline is
I don't know if I hit his wrist.
insane.
I hear what you're
Never
saying.
cut your hair again.
but there's that part of your brain that says, no, you didn't hit his wrist.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What I used to do,
Yeah,
I did
until
a
the
couple
guy's
years
Wristband. Hit his wristband.
in a row before the pandemic. Literally, we got home from Phoenix, and Royce just threw the ball out of bounds.
So I'm just saying,
Suns can't even bring the
Yeah,
ball
horn-
up the
yeah,
fucking
the horn
court.
blew. So Devin Booker didn't know what was going on. That's not fair.
Show
If
us
that's the
a
case, then I want the Phoenix Suns.
show us a
buzzer
replay,
guy
you
to
cowards.
buzz that thing all game long. I mean, give me a break.
Here's a replay so you can listen to it and understand what the players were thinking.
He never took. Yeah.
Yeah.
Replacing Jaylen Brown.
That's hilarious, bro. That is
Would that
hilarious.
fall under the category of home cooking?
And 2 free points. It was just missed free throw and. I tell you.
I feel like I want to physically abuse one of you guys in the chat.
And by the
I'm
way,
so mad about that
business card
play.
says buzzer guy.
And why am I mad? I shouldn't be mad. I take it back. I take it back. I don't want to physically abuse
Our
anyone.
crew tonight, by the
Metro.
way, the crew chief Pratt Frere, Brent Barnaky, and Robert Hussey.
But look where we are, though. Trust me, we're in Boston. I can give you plenty of stories on all the shenanigans that is going on in this place.
Booker fires a pass to Jones, kicks it out to Beal.
Beal air ball! What a beautiful shot from Baby Beal, who might be shaving points for underdog at this point.
The Strongs really continue to struggle with the 3-ball here, 3 of 16. Tatum crossed up.
Unbelievable.
Rolls out of bounds as we go under 6 to play here in this first half. Porzingis inside, won't get it. Jones taps it out. Porzingis quickly racing out. O'Neal gets the screen.
Needed it.
Splash down.
Crazy as it is. Suns have struggled, but man, they've slowly taken a point or 2 off that deficit.
So he's back at the starting lineup tonight. His 20th start of the season. Suns going with yet another starting lineup. Pritchard trying to navigate baseline. Oso, nice job staying down. Porzingis, step back 3. Won't get it. Long rebound. Jones tapped it off of Horford. Ryan Dunn checks back in here for Phoenix as Brad will take a seat.
Yeah, go ahead and sit down, Brad.
Think about it. And get back
Maybe
into
think
the
about finding a new sport to play, like maybe squash. I don't know what squash is, but I can imagine Baby Beal would be good at it. You know,
12 points.
he'd probably get injured. I'm sure they could allow him to play half of a season.
Dancing with Porzingis.
Book, beautiful fadeaway, no good. Code, get your popcorn out.
Affecting the shot of Booker there.
You had Horford behind
All right.
him, so Devin had beaten Porzingis. He had to deal with Horford.
Get your mocking ass popcorn
So one
out.
thing with this team, that because they
You
are
little
so prolific,
beady-eyed.
the 3 each, people even still just forget about how good this Boston team is defensively as Tyus registers the corner 3-ball hit. That will prompt a Joe Mazzulla and Boston timeout.
Suns just need to have a little fun. They know it's going to be tough. Play loose and free. For the 3.
Suns suck. Hey, we're only down 13. I mean, we're kind of beating the shit out of the Celtics right now. Can I be honest? I feel bad for the Celtics. Celtics fans, if there are any of you in here, like, how do you feel right now? You're only up 13. You're getting your brains beaten in. Are you embarrassed? I'm embarrassed for you, Celtics fans. You should be up 30 right now. Instead, you're letting us curb stomp you by negative 13. Crazy. Crazy how sad you are, Celtics. All right? John Rowe says 2 air balls from Beal is crazy. Yeah, I feel like I'm pausing there because I feel like it's more than 3. Is it not more than 2 air balls? Like, one of them barely grazed the rim. You know. All right. Derek White bringing the ball up. 4.5 minutes to go.
Good D. You don't need to foul now. He's made them do all.
Oh, wow. Okay, got tipped back half court. 8 seconds. Derek White, midi. No good. And a vicious rebound from Royce O'Neal. Tyus got Derek White all over him. Book's got old man Horford on him. Says, clear out, clear out. Kicks it to Dunn for 3 because a double team came, and Dunn stoinks the 3.
Guarding no one.
And that was, even with the Celtics barrage early last week, the Suns did.
Porzingis, lefty lay, good. He had Ryan Dunn guarding him. Don't worry, there's only a 10-inch height difference betwixt the two. Don't you worry about that. We don't have anyone on our roster, Bol that could be tall enough, Bol to guard Porzingis, Bol. We don't have anyone tall enough. Oso, floater, good.
Delivery from Tyus.
You remember back in the day, Shaq and all those guys, they get that post up, but it'd be tough to move you when you got your arm in their rear side.
Tatum, downhill, left-handed, and he bangs! Ryan Dunn fouls him. That was really nice by Tatum, I'm not going to lie. That was kind of a sick move. No, I get it, Blop. I get it. I'm just saying, you can't even contest Porzingis with anyone shorter than Mason Plumlee. So why do we have 4 little dudes out there at all times and have them guarding Porzingis? Earlier we had Grayson Allen guarding Porzingis in the paint.
Remind you to give BuzzRx a shot. Save up to 80% on your prescriptions. Find discounts at BuzzRx.com.
And despite those numbers,
down there,
not getting highly considered
in y'all's Boston.
I don't think he'll
Book,
win it,
pump fake, out to Tyus. Having to trust his teammates because he keeps getting doubled. Book setting a screen. Tyus over to Book. Book downhill. Pumps. Throws it up. Fouled by Zingis. Going to the line. Man, Alex. Alex, were you watching the channel during the Dallas Mavericks series where they took us out
at a point where
in 6?
First team All NBA a couple of years in a row. I mean, and you don't play on the Olympic team, so for him to be able to recover mentally from that.
Yeah, dude, that video still gets views to this day. It's crazy.
Yeah, I get it. Shea, to me, my MVP. Joker,
once you've been through that,
you can't argue it.
and the Bucks dismantling of us,
Jason Tatum has been special.
You can't hurt me.
Not to be highly
can't hurt me.
Is a problem.
I was born in this. A lot of these dudes like Baby Metro merely adopted the darkness. Brown down to Zingis. Ooh, little physical play there with Royce. But we'll have Royce guard him. Don't worry. I guess Grayson's not big enough to guard Porzingis in the post. We'll put Royce on him. That'll be the stopper. Royce for 3. Hits the 3. Pretty.
Guy's 7'4". You just got to run at him. I know you're worried about the 3. Come on.
Zingis
stops and pops in the free throw area. No good.
Too strong with that offering. Porzingis with 14, Tatum with 10, Brown with 15.
Royce to Tyus. Back to Book. Got Zingis on him. Crosses his big ass up. Hits it over to Oso for a floater. Great bucket and great pass from Book, man. Way to play make.
That's 10 points now for Oso.
Oh, hey guys, we're gonna have Tyus Jones guard Jaylen Brown. That's a really good idea, bud. You're really on to something here. Book to the rack, stops, fades off the backboard, and good. Book is just so good right now, dude. It's like he's having to really focus on doing everything right, and it's working. Royce with the rebound. Book stops Jaylen Brown. Oso gets a bad pass from Royce. Whips it to Tyus. He saves it over to Book instead of letting it go out of bounds. Book on Jaylen Brown. Pulls up in his grill. Ay, ay, ay. Not even close. Left side of the backboard. I don't even know if it hit the rim.
There's 34% on the season this year from downtown for Book. No doubt
Suns trying to keep pace from 3 this game. 6 of 21 compared to 8 of 18. Getting fried a little bit in that respect. Tatum with a beautiful fadeaway from the mid-range, drifting to his left with his right hand. Book kicks it to Oso. Oso makes a little move on old man Horford. That's a foul, ref. What are we doing? He slapped the shit out of him. I don't care if he's a rookie. Royce to Book, sets him a screen. Downhill versus Porzingis. Floater, heavily contested by Porzingis, and it forces a miss.
And that will open the door for Boston. Get the final shot of the half.
Tatum
Jones going for the steal.
gets fouled by Tyus Jones.
You know, young officials sometimes they get caught in not really seeing everything, but it's an adjustment. That's why you have your veteran officials that's very good, and the other young ones that's learning. You know, I mean, Devin gets hit on his arm, but they're not looking at that. They're looking to see if the shot is blocked. They're looking
Cody
higher
Martin
up.
put into the game for
Easy job
defense.
being an official.
Yeah. A lot of moving parts.
Horford
8.6 left here in
inbounding.
the half.
They get it to Tatum, 6
Like the double
seconds.
now done.
Book guarding.
Drops off.
Good defense, good defense,
On the drive,
Book.
another tough fade.
And it's no good for Tatum. That was good defense. It was a good move by Tatum, though. He did create a little bit of separation with a bump. Book thought he was going to the right. He faked him and went left, but yeah. Well, Ivy, it just depends on if they're going to trade Durant. I really think if they trade Durant, they might get and Beal. If they trade Durant and Beal, you could come away with, well, you're not going to get much for Beal. But Durant, I guess if you're able to unload that money off, you know, but we might not have to let the young guys go. We might really get a lot of good stuff for Durant, you know. If he's got that many teams interested in him, that's a bidding war. That's where a team is looking at him, hopefully willing to risk it all, even if he says he doesn't want to go there necessarily, and they try to pull a Raptors with Kawhi and win a quick, cheesy, easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl title in just 1 year and then lose him, you know. Then you could come away with a crazy deal, you know? Like, I totally get why the Knicks would want him. The Knicks are right on the brink. Right on the brink. Poison says, the only way I'd trade KD to New York is if they give us Cat. End of story. I don't want no damn Mikal Bridges. You are a hater. Okay? Because I gots to has me some Mikal Bridges. Gots to. All right? Ugh. That's a backcourt violation. That kid should have been kicked out of the game and thrown in jail. Alex says maybe Orlando would give expiring contracts for Beal. I'd take it. Just get me out from under his money and his presence. You know? Ooh, Mikal and Harkenstein would be crazy. I would love that. Good old Hartenstein, you know? His foot's on the line. That doesn't count if that's a 3. Good. These little kids think they're going to get away with shit. I'm telling you. There you go. That's a good quality layup, kid. Wendell Sanders says Knicks make the most sense if we get Towns or OG, but I don't see making out of the first round of the West with that lineup I mean, one step at a time. One step at a time. Because you're also going to be getting draft compensation. And that's where you make the right move here. You make the right move there. And that's how you get back into being a real team. You get good stuff back, but you draft well with the picks that you're given. And you unburden yourself from what has been. And what has been is we have zero assets, zero control of assets until the year 2075. Okay, we will literally have our brains living inside robots by the time the Suns have the ability to draft someone. Just kidding. I mean, I know we got those. We've got 2 of those picks left type shit, you know. I'm talking about getting some real assets back. Meatloaf says, I'm excited we have Book and Dunn. Me too. It's a good little core to have. It's a good 1-2 punch. I really believe in Ryan Dunn. I really think he's going to get a lot better. Rookies have success. There's also something known as a rookie wall. I think he's definitely hit the rookie wall, which is you have a skill set you're good at as a rookie, and that's going to expand. If you're going to become a better player and become great, you have to get better from rookie to prime. Think about Giannis. Giannis came in, he had a different game. He was not nearly as strong. There was a lot of things he improved on to get a lot better and become an MVP. I'm not saying Ryan Dunn's going to be on Giannis's level or win an MVP. I'm just saying I think there will be improvement. But the wall that he's hitting is you have a skill set, a particular set of skills, if you will, and the NBA sees what you do. They get a scouting report on you, and all of a sudden, at some point in the season, the other teams start guarding you, specifically to stop your skill set. And then you have to blossom into something else. You have to have something else that you can do that they aren't, that makes them not allowed to stop you doing your other thing, you know. Blop says you can. I don't know who. I'm sure you're talking to somebody, but Blop's saying, you know, where's Durant right now? Injured, but he did a great job this season of staying healthy. He ain't injured. He was not injury prone this year the way that Beal was, and Book, knock on woodski, stayed healthy. What up, Tori? Hey Dot says, Gabe, seems like you still have hope for this team. Not this year. Hell no, not this year. I got no belief in us this year. But going forward, I think we'll have brighter days because if we're going to trade Durant, we're going to... I mean, that's the fail-safe. That's the fail-safe. Like, the whole time we've been powerless over our own picks or having no picks, I've told you guys, you can get all of your power back if you hit the reset button. And trading Durant is like a mini reset button. It's not the full thing because you're not getting the assets that you would get back if you did him and Book, right? But I'd rather not go all the way back to the start. I'm not trying to get rid of Devin Booker unless he asks out. Denny's for me, hey Dot. Denny's. For sure. Milo says, was Durant worth the trade based on his performance? I say yes. I mean, the thing that I've come to realize is what I said a little bit ago. I really believe this. You don't trade for Kevin Durant unless you have the team in place and he comes and joins that team. But what we did is we sold the team to get the Durant. And so, yeah, we got everything out. Like, the way he plays basketball at his age after his injuries, miraculous. He's kept his end of the bargain of what he could bring to us. But the problem was we traded the championship team away and the assets away, and then we brought him into a situation that didn't have that championship culture and team and ability. And we're asking him, hey, you lift us all the way back up to where we were and past it. You know. And that's what the Warriors did when they were able to sign him in the offseason. They added him to their dynasty team. And that's why, and he still got his. They didn't have to draw plays for him, nothing. He still got his, being second fiddle, just standing over there hitting everything he shot. But they were a lot closer to Goated. They were a lot closer. You argue they were close enough that if they could have added Durant to that whole squad, that would have made them a championship team. You know? But, gotta be honest, I feel bad for the Celtics right now. All right, they're only up 13 points. They might as well pack it up. Anything less than 30 at this point is rookie numbers, and they need to pump them up. And then, yeah, Bradley Beal just absolutely dog water since coming back from that injury. So bad. So bad. Like, I always tell you guys about rust and how he's going to be rusty when he comes back. But this is egregious. This is more than rust. This is like rot. He's like, his game is rotted while he was on the bench. Gotta send this to Sundo. You guys want to hear Bud coaching? You guys want to hear him saying be random in practice?
Good. Wait. Good. Here we go. Come on. Let's go. Hey, KD. 5 out. Get organized. Talk. Run, D. Go again. Same group. Come on. Run. Get out and go. You're in the trail, Brad. Trail, Brad. Boom. Chase it. Nice. Good. Oh, I love it. Good. Two. Nice. Good, KD. Get a drink. 2 minutes. Just get a drink. Take 2 seconds. Get a drink.
Get a random drink.
Griffin, oh, wow! Incredible rebound putback. Butler now in the wing. Calls for the screen. 2-man game. Blake Griffin explodes on Gasol.
Man, if I was the Suns, I would really just put in the backups now. Like, can you imagine getting any type, man, I don't want to say this, but you guys know what I'm saying. There's something you're risking. I guess we go through the third quarter, but if the subs aren't in by the fourth, I'm not going to be happy with Bud. If Bud injures one of our players before we get a chance to fire his ass for negligence, you know, I'm going to be pissed.
In front of the Suns, along with our Emmy Award-winning crew, our director, David Sushi King Hughes, our producer, Brock Kraft, I get the smooth shooter, Eddie Johnson. I'm Kevin Ray. Before we get this third quarter underway, let's send it over to Amanda for the BMW Coach Chats.
Coach, last game against the Celtics, they got it going from 3. Tonight, it's points in the paint. How can you look to limit them more inside coming up in the second half?
Well, it's a tough task.
We can't. We suck dick. We never play defense. We're certainly not going to start now. Frankly, I'm upset with you with even asking me how we're going to stop them. I should slap the taste out of your mouth, but women's rights these days, you know, I'm not allowed to do that. How do we get the offense more involved? I might slap the shit out of you, to be completely honest. I might risk getting canceled. I might risk losing my job because you're asking us how we're going to play offense. We don't do shit like that around here, all right?
Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, the 3-ball has been an issue.
I assume that's what he was saying.
That these clubs have matched up. And yes, the Suns have done a better job, especially in that second quarter, Eads, after Boston had built that lead to 20. And you were afraid that they were going to be able to balloon that to as many as 30, which takes you back as you see Bradley.
Yep, you know it, Real Lloyd.
After the 8-game absence with
right where we want him.
14 minutes in the first half. Still looking for his first points of the night.
Don't you guys worry. Baby Beal's in the game.
Totally agree.
He's smiling. He's got his no trade clause, and he's loving life.
Because of that,
all right,
you got to find a balance between the two. Because, yeah, they're not making the threes, but they're getting point-blank twos now. And point-blank twos, I'll take them all day.
Once again, Jaylen Brown, worst haircut I've ever seen. His
at least cover up both of
barber should be locked in Guantanamo Bay.
26-10 points in the paint for Boston. Comes in dead last on the season.
Holiday to the rack, gets his arm hooked by Book. I don't know.
We'll get the whistle and the foul. First foul on Booker.
Who was hooking who, but
16, Oso Iguodala
going to the line.
Sun score in double figures with 10.
I mean, do you think Holiday went off at halftime or something? Because it came out and immediately ran a play for him. I mean, he had only taken one shot until then. Probably went off on Joe Mazzulla. Hey, man, can I get a shot?
Somebody said something to someone as we get a message from our friends.
Holiday hits the first.
Girls Jr.
Second one's good here.
When you download the app and join My Rewards.
Well, he is in the midst of one of his best 3-game stretches, averaging almost 19 points per game, nearly 60% from the field. So,
Field to Oso, floater is good.
Judge those first couple that he took each, but he has found that kind of sweet spot and rhythm.
No, Jeremy, that's our secret weapon. We always guard 7+ footers with 6'5" wings. You just don't know ball. You just admit you don't know ball.
You know, using this smaller lineup, obviously.
And Boston has realized that, okay, you're going to play up on us like this, then that's when we're going to go to this guy right here who's 7'3", and Royce has no shot. So what do? You know, you got to at least.
Dude, seriously, Zambuki. He looks like he lined himself up.
In the air and he'll get it. So he's a huge target. So it's
his barber committed 3, maybe 4 war crimes with that lineup.
Like I said, you got to push
if the barber showed me my lineup and it was that, I'd immediately start swinging like Stephen A. Smith.
1-2 on that trip for Porzingis. Missed 37 games overall so far this season, but he is trending towards being fully available.
Beal downhill, going to the line.
Into
Not even
that
close
time.
on the
Get
layup,
himself
but
to the free throw
going to
line
the line.
and will hopefully kind of open up the basket for him a little bit, looking for his first points.
For the next 3 minutes now, that's Porzingis is what?
Third
foul?
Yeah.
For the next 3 minutes, I am literally going out of my way to get him his fourth. Like, you can waste a couple of possessions to try to get him out because right now he is the problem.
Brad kind of coaching that one in, but did see the ball drop through the net, shooting 81% on the season.
Rebound off of the missed free throw from Tatum.
Yeah, like I said, he's got to find a
Derek
way to
White
get
with it.
here, though.
Got Beal guarding him.
Suns have no
Kicks it to
shot get
Zingis.
back in it. He's gotta
Back
knock
to
down
White
shot.
for
White catch and shoot
three.
three.
Good. That's just good basketball.
Came in with 249 made threes. That's fourth best in the NBA.
Beal got Zingis on him. Pump fakes.
Number 250 with that hit.
Drives left.
Beal in a
Steps
drive,
back in the
jump shot, pull up to the paint.
mid-range. Midi no
Flies across the
good.
lane, but can't control the rebound.
Did they, Jeremy? That's funny. You know it's true.
They're going to peek inside with Porzingis again. O'Neal doing his
Zingis
best
pump
to
faking,
get some
back to
defensive
Brown.
double team help for Beal.
Over to Tatum.
Yeah. At least got the ball out of his hands, right? Tatum.
Tatum,
on the
spin, turn around, fade away. Gorgeous. Golly.
Been that much better.
No, and the ball gets
Up
over his
20
head. He
now.
shoots the ball on the top of his head, which is something you don't teach. And then he gets great.
Yes,
arc
Jordan.
on the shot.
Incoming back shots from the Celtics. And we're probably going to back that thing up and clap our cheeks on it, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Book able to
Fade away from
shooting
Book.
space and get the
Good.
touch. He's got 18. Well, he came into tonight just needing 13 more points, 3 assists, and eclipsing 1,800 points, 500 assists on the season. As Brown.
Wow,
getting
Brown
the shot
and
off,
one.
getting the whistle and a
Muscly
foul
jumper.
Called on Oso. Suns, unfortunately, without a challenge to work with. See.
Yeah, got his arm in there.
Yeah.
And you just can't do it. Like, you automatically know that guys now have been taught, you put an arm right there and they're moving forward, that is a foul.
Yeah.
Now, it's unguardable, to tell you the truth. I mean, and that's why people wonder how scoring is up and guys are able to score a ton. Man, they've gotten so good at knowing that the officials are going to call any touch to your upper body when you're shooting the ball.
And some guys even more than others, right?
Yeah.
Done. Working on Porzingis. Wisely does not try to shoot over him in the paint. They get it back out to Book. He sets him a screen. Book gets knocked to the ground. No big deal. Ryan Dunn throws the ball to the corner. But guess what? You're probably asking yourself, was anyone there to catch the ball and shoot it? The answer, shockingly, is 9.
Just 5 turnovers for
For you German fans out there. Porzingis down to Tatum. Fouled by Book. Going to the line.
Hello, St. Louis native Bradley Beal get tangled up. Book picks up the personal, his second.
Yeah, Nicholas, I mean, that's
Tatum
why
and Beal
Ryan
sitting the
McDonough
same
had
high
to
school.
go.
And now there's a conference about whether it was a shooting foul, and Brett Barnaky comes on. His Book was saying he thought he fouled him before he turned to shoot, but
There's 2 plays in the league, and I had an interview with Joe Dumars a couple of weeks ago, and I know it's difficult.
Tatum's free throw rattles out,
It's one,
leaving the Suns only down 19.
They just don't know when the gather is happening and all of that.
Poor Celtics.
And I'll just leave it at that. It's just that particular
Don't even know
play,
what's about
and
to
then
hit
this
him.
play with Tatum when they say
We're about to
it's
keep
going
this
up.
game within 25.
I just don't
and I
understand
don't know
you
how
can
they'll
figure that
recover
out.
from that.
That's an
Booker
You
bringing
hear
it
it
up,
every telecast.
guarded by your boy,
Analyst that's talking to
Holiday,
you.
over to
Always a
Oso.
complaint.
Right back to Book, screen from Oso.
Booker to the left hand,
Book into
runs
the
into a
paint,
double
stops,
team,
kicks it out
sets
to
up
Dunn
Dunn
for
with a
3.
three-point look.
You might
Can't
be
get it.
asking
Oso,
yourself,
offensive
was that
glass
close to going
work.
in?
Touch
The
pass.
answer,
Beal, Booker,
hell to the no. Booker, no good from 3 as well. Holiday saves the
Holiday
rebound,
able to
throws it
take
up to
away
Tatum.
from
Crossing half court
Suns
already. Little
players.
hezzy Euro, gets it poked out from behind. Saves it. to Jaylen Brown. Also guarding him. Jab step 3. Drills it.
He is on one right now.
23 for Jaylen Brown. Averaging 22
For real,
this season.
SB.
Royce
Thank
catch and shoot.
God.
Yes.
Thank God. At least we held on to, like, the possibility of getting into the play-in.
Downtown for Royce, 9
Like,
points.
like, imagine if it was halfway through the season and there's just no way it was conceivable. At least we only have to go through this for like 10 games total. Done. Nice dunk. Nice pass from Book.
Pass from Devin. I don't think anybody saw that but him.
Beautiful time.
The Celtics were surprised.
Two goated could lose to the Hornets. Sir, we did lose to the Hornets. All right, and we're proud of that.
Zingis way out beyond the arc, hands it off now to Holiday.
Holiday to Zingis for 3. No good. Porzingis' 3 is so ugly these days. Did injuries ruin the beauty of his jumper? Like, ew.
But not, they will make you pay. Boston 10 of 22 from downtown. Booker on the drive.
Oh, Dark Angel, no, man. We are,
going to get a goaltend.
you know, I want to say we probably have it worse, but
Wants to challenge it.
I don't trust that your owners aren't trying to move you guys. So it's kind of a toss-up, you know? I think your guys' owner's trying to move you, which is the most insane shit possible. That was a block. That was not goaltending, by the way. Yeah, SB, I'd have to look at other trades. I mean, I think the Luka trade was a really terrible trade too. I think the Luka trade was worse. I'm going to be honest. I think the Luka trade was worse than the Beal trade. The Beal trade, you gave up an aging, now 40-year-old Chris Paul and Landry Shamet. You know. So that's a more understandable mistake than AD for Luka. You know. AD for Luka, and they only got 1 first-round pick in that deal. You know. Yeah, I'm not saying that AD isn't great, because AD is great. I'm just saying you could have gotten so much more for Luka. You could have gotten so much more. But Nico is a Lakers fan, a lifetime Lakers fan. He wanted to help his former team. It's that disgusting of a deal. I don't think the Beal trade was that bad. Beal is that bad. Beal is just as bad at basketball as the Luka trade was as far as making sense. Yeah, NBA set that shit up, Michael. Definitely. It turned the NBA into the WWE in my eyes. A lot of people have already been there. That was the moment for me that I realized that the league is rigged to a degree.
WWE Raw is coming to PHX Arena on June 9th for an unforgettable night of nonstop action. Catch World Heavyweight
All
Champion
these
Gunther, Women's Tag Team Champ Liv Morgan, and so
wrestlers
many
just
more
look so
live.
generic
Tickets
to
on
me,
sale
man.
now. Head to
Except for Liv.
phxarena.com for more.
But I mean, you ain't heard me say that. I'm married, bitch.
The Celtics challenging a call in a play that was
Yeah, that was a block.
originally whistled a goaltend, but
Yeah, that's a good block.
Tatum pretty adamant. Joe Mazzulla with a challenge, and Celtics successful.
I think that should never have to be a challenge. That's 2 points you're taking away. You know, now they lose, obviously, one of their challenges. I just think that should be an official play.
Ooh, nice little hook layup with his left hand
Burrow
from
was way
Brown.
down into the paint. He's got 25
Man.
now. Efficient night for Jaylen Brown, 19 minutes.
Beal, screen
to the
from
Beals.
Dunn. Kicks it to
Beals
Royce,
O'Neal.
pump fake, back to Beal. Beal rocker step.
Knock one down.
Beal into the paint.
Goes on the attack.
And
Strong with that offering.
no.
Tatum with a rebound.
No good. White, pump faking.
Going for it.
Oso on him. Kicks to Brown.
Back outside now to Brown. Brown now in his 9th season. 4-time All-Star. Beal.
Brown, is he going to make that one? No. Fouled by Beal.
And the foul. That'll be the first personal on Brad. Suns will be in the...
Shut up, Beal.
6:32
Stop complaining. You just got cooked by the worst hairline in the history of the NBA. You just got cooked by a Carlos Boozer hairline.
Celtics 11
All right.
14 from the line. Suns have only been there 6 times. They've made 4.
Beal, the play's over. Just shut
Check out
up.
some young
Just
Suns
stop.
fans, the Craft Girls.
You're making it
Watching the
worse.
Suns game sponsored by Valley Chevy Dealers for your chance to be featured on the broadcast. Post your photo with the hashtag CouchSideFans.
Look at them.
Good looking squad there.
Dressed up nice.
They got the,
I like that.
got the little one there.
Damn it.
The sisters hanging out watching the Suns game.
Listening to Kevin Ray.
And the esteemed author, Eddie Johnson.
Thank you.
Beal to the rack, under the baseline. They kick it out to Royce. Royce throws it. It's slapped off the Celtics, out of bounds. Suns ball.
6:17 here on the game clock. Next stop on this road trip.
Big Bat,
I
was Team DA. I thought DA was the right choice.
Trying to take down.
I did argue for Luka for a while, but I succumbed to the belief that DA was the right choice.
Tatum saw no point.
I definitely argued it. I argued it with Sundo for a while. You know, I wish I still had those. I wish I still had that cell phone so I'd have those text messages between me and him.
Right outside to Derek White. Beal reach it in, gets a steal.
We got a Beal steal, everybody. A Beal steal. That was a $50 million steal. $53 million to be exact. He kicks it to Book. Screen from Oso. Book downhill baseline. Pops the floater up, and it's good, guys. I mean, we're inside 20. I know the Celtics are scared right now.
Got within 13. Out to White.
Derek White, 3. Good.
At 16 last week. 16 on Wednesday.
And look, he's one of the best three-point shooters in the game because he doesn't get consistent.
Seriously, Justin.
Yeah.
But yet, he's still
we're not winning anything. Why not just let Bradley Beal heal until the end of the season? Book to the rack. Screaming at the ref for a foul. Not going to get it.
Back comes Boston.
They ain't doing that tonight, bub. They want to get out of here. Brown fouled by Oso, but they don't call it. Beal pushes it up to Book. Book into the corner to Dunn. Out to Royce. Wide open. No good. Where's Grayson Allen when you need him?
Off Boston, it'll be Phoenix basketball.
Royce, you have to hit that, dude.
About that one. He can use Joe Mazzulla might use his next one. He doesn't care. He might challenge this one.
Mazzulla looking down at his veteran Al Horford. So Suns basketball. Colin Gillespie checking in along with Grayson Allen, joining Oso and Dunn out there along with Booker on the inbound. Booker attacking
fouls.
the big
Going
man
line.
Cornette. We'll get the whistle and the foul. Free throws coming here for Book. You see Cornette 7'2", now 29 years of age in his 8th season.
You guys will give me a second. Need to grab
Talked about Book coming in, needed 13 points.
some
3
DoorDash, BRB.
Join a short list of Suns players with 1,800 points, 500 assists in a single season. Joins the likes of Stephon Marbury, late great Paul Westphal, Gail Goodrich. Only player so far this season age with those numbers is the Joker, Nikola Jokic. So pretty elite company there for Devin Booker. And kids, reminder, here's your chance to hone those basketball skills at the Sun Summer Basketball Camps. 4 camps to choose from. 1 in the West Valley at West Point High School. 2 in the Southeast Valley at ALA Gilbert North. 1 in the North Valley at Thunderbird High. Go to jrsuns.com to sign up for more information.
Maybe Kevin Ray might show up to one of those camps this summer and show his basketball skills to the young kids.
Yeah, I bet they won't assume I'll shoot an air ball.
No, you go in there and show them that pristine jumper from the broadcast booth.
Booger working on Pritchett. And pass deflected into the hands of Grayson Allen on the drive and kick. Dunn across the paint. Sets up Horford. A nice ball fake, just couldn't get the finish.
Yeah, just the rushing part, right? And the indecisive on how he wants to attempt his shot, backboard, over the rim. All those things are going to get better for this young man.
Yeah, and how much did you notice?
Are we winning?
Going from your rookie year to that.
No!
How the game really started to slow down.
It does slow down. It's going to slow down for him.
How are we not winning?
I don't know if he'll play in the summer league for a little bit or what have you. I would say he should.
Gillespie down to Book, back to Gillespie, pump fake, bumped by Hauser. Good job.
In a summer league situation, he'll be able to take all the shots. He'll be able to have the plays called directly to him.
Yeah, Jeremy, he's hitting the wall. He's hitting that rookie wall where teams have figured out what he is and isn't good at, and he needs to keep getting better, you know. Ooh, we got some donos here. We got
and so that's what he's going to
$10 from Big Bat. Thank you. Says keep keeping it real. Y'all the truth. Thank you, man. I'll tell Sundo.
Booker gets into Pritchard.
Teddy, $4.99. Appreciate you, man. Says whatever picks they get for KD are 100% going to some other team to trick them into taking bum-ass Beal. Yipes. I didn't think about that, but
again, there's Booker.
We've got some picks and
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
a player or two we could add to Beal to sweeten the deal. The Beal deal.
I think it's pretty obvious he's going to shoot.
Book into the paint, pulls up over Cornette, and hits that too. That is as pretty as it gets, folks.
26 for Booker. Had 32 shot attempts on Tuesday.
This episode, of course, is brought to you by Stoke Cold Brew Coffee. All right, my favorite is the espresso blend.
Hauser.
Don't sleep on them.
Trying to create a little separation, does so.
I think he's 6 man of the year. I think he's just been that good all year long.
Book pulls up from the elbow. Good. Wow, 67-86. We keep this game within 20. We might only lose by 15. Tatum stepping back, pulling in Cody's face. No good. Rebound goes to Goose. Up to Gillespie.
This young man get aggressive too.
Working on Cornette. Cook him! Gillespie, you have slow-ass Cornette guarding you. Go at him. We have nothing else to do right now. Cody in the corner goes baseline, drops it off to my guy Nick Rich, who gets it up over Cornette. Beautiful.
Nick coming off the bench tonight. 4 points, 5 rebounds in his 8 minutes. Veteran big man Horford.
You gotta go.
Horf goes right through Goose. Why? Because Bud thinks we should have a tiny-ass little lineup in there. But that's okay, right?
You gotta go.
We got a lot of games left in the season. We can always turn this thing around, can't we? Book crossing over. Sorry, Gillespie gets to the rack and scores. Good job, Gillespie. Keep doing that because no one else can.
How offensively gifted this young man is. But again,
Too goated. I've been keeping it real from day one with Cody Martin. I have never let up on the fact that he's a worse shooter than Okogie.
Hits the baseline stripe, out of bounds. Suns ball on the other side of a timeout.
Gillespie on the drive. John Stockton like. Let's give him a shout out.
Suns really might have something with Gillespie. They need to empower him more and have him take a little more ownership. And be like, look, man, you have more of a green light than you're giving yourself credit for. Like, Do you. If you can get to the rim and score, get to the rim and score. If you can get to the rim and get fouled, do it. We need as much of that as we can get. Like, I don't like how undersized he is, but damn it, he knows how to play the game. And he's not the worst defender. I feel like Tyus is worse than him. I feel like Grayson's a worse defender than him. It's not a high bar. You know. This is an interesting game they're playing. Is this McDonald's? Why are the patties gray? That's me question. Shouldn't we go with some sort of brown? Oh, my bad. Let me look up here. My boy Chris Stew. Perfect night to talk about players on the teams mentioned by, I think it was The Athletic regarding KD. Players on those teams, like, that would be returned in trades?
Celtics fans, if you want some chicken McNuggets, make some noise.
What up, Devin? You know, it's going about how exactly we figured it would. Yeah, too goated. I don't know what Ishby is thinking, man.
The Suns came out early. He's did a nice job with Suns rookie big man Oso getting a start here tonight. Such a task trying to slow down this 7'3" specimen and Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean, not easy to stop that guy. But also it's stronger. And I think get more confidence in his offensive game. A lot of times, your offense can really spur your defense even more. And I think that's part
Allen
of
inbounding.
as well.
We got Cody Martin bringing the ball up. Kicks to Colin. Down to Book. Tatum guarding him.
Go here in the third quarter.
Horford switches. Takes him off the dribble. Mid-range, good over Horford. Suns down 15.
Another 30-piece for Book.
I think he pretty much quiet people in regards to thinking that this
Tatum to Horford. Sorry, getting screens from Horford. That's an offensive foul. I swear to God, ref, you don't have to be like this. You don't have to let him get away with that. They're up 15. He doesn't need that call when he's the one shoving.
3:28 now and counting, and that's, again, pretty elite company. Past Allen Iverson, fourth most.
Oh, 100%, Justin, 100%.
29 years of age, joining Michael Jordan, the Big O.
Mac, yeah, he's in the Middle East again. Peace deals this time with. First, he's doing a peace deal, brokering the peace deal between
it's what Devin is thinking. Like, I think
the nation of Palestine and
off of a gold medal.
the Jews.
You know, understanding that that's what it takes.
And then I think he's gonna swing by the Ukraine. Gonna have a little chit chat with Volodymyr Zelensky and Vladimir Putin. It's just Sundo being Sundo. Martin to the rack, fouled, going to the line.
Inside to Martin, who's able to gather and get the reach-in foul. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yes, we are, Big Merc.
I know
Big
Carmelo
cooked.
Anthony on one of the podcasts earlier this week was talking about Book and his game and how, in some ways, there did almost feel like a carryover effect from the way he
I don't
played
think that was the
so
mistake, Violet.
successfully with that Olympic
I do
team.
not think that was the
And
mistake.
in many ways, it just speaks to what kind of a player he is, that you could quickly adapt and become a chameleon for whatever your team needs. But at the same time, and I know you pointed this out, you know, that guy is an absolute killer.
He's a killer, and that should never leave. And his obviously his mentor when he was alive and a guy that he admired, Kobe Bryant, was always killer first. It didn't matter.
Tatum,
He might have tried
screen
to
from
do other
Horford.
things, but he
Got
was
Richards
still
on
gonna
him
be
now.
Offensively impactful and aggressive
Doubled.
every night.
Kicks it to the other corner to Pritchard. Pritchard pull up 2, which he had to take because of the shot clock. And the Suns are down only 15 going into the 4th. My God.
Arizona's Family Sports.
Yeah, I don't think so either, Two-Goated. I think teams are going to look at what the Suns did 2.5 seasons later and say, he's 2.5 seasons older. We are not going to make the same mistake you did, giving up the pieces that you think entitle you to be worthy of being in a position to bring a Kevin Durant in. A team has to be in a certain situation to bring in Kevin Durant, or he's not going to want to go there. That situation is, you got to be a contender. You start giving up too many of the better pieces that you have, and that's what we're seeing. You've got KD. You don't have the team around him. You know? Stu, I just cannot imagine that they would give up Khalil Ware. But can you imagine? Like, that would be incredible. I would love to answer our center problem once and for all. Well, Wendell, Nico, if he was the Rockets GM, he would just send their best player to the Lakers, his favorite team. After spending all that time with Kobe, I'm sure he wasn't a Lakers fan at all. I'm sure Kobe's right-hand man didn't like the Lakers.
Insight brought to you by Schwartz Laser Eye Center. Visit teamidoc.com.
That's crazy, Jeremy, about Beal. Says he's making $600K for this game. 1 point.
But the Suns have done a nice job sitting on that three-point line.
That's crazy. That's a crazy way to look at it.
The onslaught they faced a week ago, but the difference has been points to the paint. Though the Suns have done a much better job catching up.
Beal getting a screen here from Nick Rich. Whips it. Goose in the other corner now. Rocker stepping on Hauser. Tries taking him off the dribble. Gets a little bit of separation for a midi. Off the move. No good. Cody saves it. Cody. Ooh, tried to bang out on Porzingis.
Driving inside and
if he would have got that dunk, man, that might have been the Suns' dunk of the season.
That's what you have to do.
Porzingis will pick up foul number 4. And Martin will get himself to the free throw line.
Oh, shit! Porzingis bleeding down his face. What happened? Oh, took an elbow shot to the bridge of the nose or up above it. Oh, yuck.
Celtics with a challenge and will use it. It certainly was not intentional by Martin. It's a basketball play as he was coming across.
But I'm
see crew chief Pat Frere.
I'm going to take a look at it to see if Martin like aggressively warded them off, because any basketball move to go lay up against a big guy, you use your off arm to protect. Okay, so that's something that you're gonna do just instinctively.
Boston's called timeout to challenge the play.
So now they're gonna look to see if it was on purpose or
Definitely was not on purpose.
Challenge, green light special here in Boston.
But I mean, I can accept it if it's a foul if you do that. But he was just going for the dunk. Sometimes you pay a price for being too close as a defender. Sometimes that translates like you see a lot with Beal stepping on other people's feet, but you get that close when bodies are in full motion. God, make this game in season end, please. How much more of this can we take? Five more games, Turtles. Oh, God. Five games of hell. You know?
Be overturned to an offensive foul. Play will resume. With the Boston ball inside.
All right, so it is a foul if you do that.
After the video review has been deemed a successful challenge, the call on the court has now been changed to an offensive foul on Phoenix's number 17, Cody Martin. It'll be Celtics basketball side out.
Of course he's smiling through it all. All right.
Ticketmaster, the official marketplace of the Boston Celtics.
What up, Shadow?
Tickets to get yours.
Let's get this game over, eh?
It's up now with the Chaz Roberts cool play. Chaz Roberts serving you since 42. Suns, handful of times.
I don't know, Ivan. We would have found some other way to
Yeah, it hasn't been much, but
get cooked in this game.
Tried
You
to
know,
execute extremely well in this game. Dealing with
we're just not even close to being on their level.
We've gotten a few opportunities like this. Now, was it an offensive foul? You can argue it was, but I think it was made more of an offensive foul.
He's just trying to.
Blood that's pouring down.
He's just trying to score. There's no way that's an actual offensive foul. Whatever. Ooh, Suns get a steal. Cody Martin working on Hauser, picking and rolling with Nick Rich. Out to Goose. Goose into the paint. Whoa! Throws it into the corner well over little baby Tyus's head. Out of bounds.
Just the 7th Phoenix turnover, so they've done a better job at taking care of the basketball tonight. 5 for Boston. They are number 1 in the league in terms of taking care of the basketball.
Suns are frauds. Nick Richards rebound.
Suns can make this interesting against this second.
Grayson over to Tyus. Pick and roll with Nick Rich. Into the corner to Baby Beal. Baby Beal in the baseline area. Hands it off to Richards for a hook shot, and it's no good. Hauser up to Brown. Brown, Hezzy, cross, tween. Euro, elbow to the face, but that's not a foul on us. That's not a foul on them like it was for us.
You know, and people will say, well, oh, Grayson's not playing defense. Let me tell you something. You have to be down here on the floor to realize how big and strong that dude is.
Yeah.
Like, he's 6'6", but he is built like a tank. And Grayson has
Free
no
throw good
against Jaylen Brown one-on-one that close to the basket.
Did you see his off-season workouts? He added a number of new things in his off-season workouts in order.
It's just not going to happen, Ivan. We just don't have it, you know.
The 3 ball.
We just don't have
Was
it.
it lifting that $300 million he got?
It's that bad. It's not even salvageable, like get into the play-in salvageable. What a pass from Jaylen Brown over to Cornette. Oh, my God. Gray Goose to the rack. Wow, that was sexy from Goose.
Well, Boston's out of challenges. So, I mean, unless Missoula feels like he's worthy of another one, I don't see much of a contact there at all.
And Suns coach Mike Budenholzer is going to get teed up here.
And a technical foul has been assessed also to the Celtics number 9, Derek White.
Tech on Bud.
No. It's not on Derek because Derek White is going. What? Derek White's standing there going, wait, I didn't say anything to anybody.
I mean, I'm serious. Early buzzer. Tech's on his own team.
Maybe we should check the records. Did they get 4 challenges tonight?
Telling you.
Even Brown, 31 on the night for Brown, now in his 9th season. Needs to play in now 4 of the next 5 to qualify for the NBA awards. The Boston team, as we talked before the game tonight, each clearly is not going to catch Cleveland in the top spot in the East.
Free throw good for Goosey gumdrops.
Again, they've earned that right by what? Winning consistently early in the year and winning against teams they're supposed to be. That's the beauty of being able to rest before the playoffs.
Peyton Pritchard kicks it out, stolen by Tyus. Give him a little dunk, Tyus. A little dunk. Hits him with the finger roll off the backboard, of course. Because he is 5'3".
Played, I think, well the last 2 games.
Eddie, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, Cornette almost had a big jam.
This guy is massive, man.
Well, you think about it again, this is year 8 for Luke Cornette. And, you know, it's clearly taken a while, as it does for big men, and some big men longer than others. But, you know, he played a role last year in their championship run. Last 6 games, he's averaged over 10 points per game, 74% from the field. Of course, they're all shots just like that. 8 rebounds.
I've never seen him take a jumper.
No. Don't think you ever will, unless somehow the ball hands up in his hands as his shot clock.
Jalen Brown alley-oop. Oh my God, they tried it again. Cornette almost body bagged Beal. Beal is so lucky he didn't make that. Beal, stop arguing for stupid ass shit. Just stop. Just stop talking. Just go stand in the corner.
I'm glad.
Beal, stop arguing, bro. You're just making us look worse, man.
Like the Brad's relentless in that. But it's a good foul. That's what I was, wanting in the first half. When he was in there and he was getting dunks. Like, he'll put.
He really is in hell, Jeremy.
You gotta be aggressive.
Free throw good for Cornette.
To get that layup. So I applaud Brad for going for it. I'm just glad he escaped it.
Got to be fired up is Florida Gators. Final 4 this weekend, along with our esteemed
free throw
producer
good.
And director Mark Goldberg.
Before it's all said and done, Tyus Jones and Grayson Allen.
Beal, pick and roll with Nick Rich. Misses the lay. That should have been an alley-oop to Nick Richards. He had the opening. Not Beal. Read that wrong. Pritchard. Pump fake. Hezzy. Spin. Pump. Over to Cornette. In the post. Out to Hauser. He's white and open. No good. Cornette tries to dunk it home and can't. Martin the other way. Screen froze like a bitch. Martin kicks it out to Tyus. We got 12 seconds on the shot. Over to Goose. Pump fake. No, he pulls short. Should have been a pump fake. Freudian slip.
Been there tonight for Phoenix, 8 of 28.
Cornette blocked. Blocked again. No. Second one was a goaltend.
Jalen Brown putting a delay of game on.
Timeout, 8:31 to go here in Boston. Celtics in front.
Guys, I apologize if it seems like I don't want to be here. It's not even necessarily the case. I do want to be here, but you know, you guys are probably feeling the same way. This is just, you know, this is the rough part of sports. All right? This is the rough part. Paying attention to the worst parts of your season, like when my Bears start doing this, I just tune out. You know? Like I truly tune out. It's like I want to fast forward the season to the next season by just not paying attention. Seems like it goes by a lot quicker that way, you know. So I guess what I'm saying is just thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. Like, I'm sure you guys got better things to do. Anything would be better than this. So thank you guys for hanging out with us and still coming through. I know it'll be more fun when the off season gets here because we can start to like try to dig ourselves out of this mess. And that'll be more fun than watching the mess. It's like we're not allowed to dig ourselves out right now. Like we're not allowed to do anything to this team because Ish, for some reason, just flat refuses to fire Bud right now. I think he wants to wait till the end of the season. I don't know why. Might as well just let him walk now, but yeah, CB, he's looked as bad as his stat line portrays. He has looked absolutely bad today. Really, Zambuki? Yeah, I didn't do that, but you know. Oh, Michael Evans, $2 donor says, "Here you go, brother. Hope it helps." Thanks, man. It definitely will. We appreciate it. But no, I'm just saying, like, thanks for hanging out. Like, you know, being here for these worst streams ever. These streams are less fun than Summer League streams, to be honest. Spurs fan Gary says, just sucks the Suns missed that window. A rebuild's inevitable, but they don't have the assets and their stars value is at their lowest. Going to suck for a while. Yeah, I was saying, until we get the chemistry back that we had, you know, and that could be a while to find chemistry. That shit don't just grow on trees.
And the first thing you overcome when your shot is not pretty is the embarrassment of somebody watching you shoot. Right. And I don't
Thank you, Chris Stu.
But now it's got to get to the point where he really.
Hopefully, it could be quick. You know, it'll take some doing. You know, book. Ooh, blocked. Oh, blocked again. White, back to a white man. Good for three.
First three-point knockdown of the night. 86% of his shots come from behind the arc.
At this point, Mike, would it be any worse? Beal, snatch back, bounce past to Tyus. Tyus to the rack. Little right-handed layup is good. Hauser. Over to Derek White. Deep three. Short. Enough to be an air ball, actually.
Be a draft in here. Quick trigger coming from Royce.
Royce, corner three. No good.
It's just a difference in the NBA game. That was a 1-on-4 three. I can't even imagine Cotton Fitzsimmons is still coaching. He'd probably tell me to leave the stadium. Get out.
Derek White, backdoor cut from Hauser, and he finishes. Beal trips and falls all over himself. Looking like an absolute cup.
Another undrafted player, but that successful 2-year run for him. Garnered a 4-year, multi-year deal.
Yeah, Chris Stu, but like Stephen A is entertaining. I do watch his show. I do like him as a person, but he's very fraudulent.
32.
Yeah, I can't ever take anything Stephen A says seriously because he does not know what he's talking about. In this situation, he could be right, but in general, he's not somebody I look to anymore for insight.
Working on White, gets across the lane.
Book to the rack, hits.
Because White was not expecting.
He's very
Devin to do
entertaining.
that, and he paid a price.
You know.
And we can't argue with that. That is a pro move right there. And that's something Jaylen Brown, Jason.
Yeah,
Tatum,
Brad, it's
Jaylen
kind of
Brown
like
helped him
WWE, you know? It's just purely just
Bob,
entertainment.
that was a good move. I mean, like,
I can appreciate
yeah,
that.
I can appreciate that. Man.
Stephen Haydot
You
Smith.
said you didn't need 70 for Book tonight, but you needed a big night. And he has
Book with the rebound.
done as much as he can. He'll continue
In
to do so here.
transition, kicks it out to Beal, but he misses and throws it out of bounds. 34 for Book, though. That's nice.
Great check back in. Boston 24 and 13.
Stephen
Haydot
Smith.
2 and 7. Best
Your new name.
road mark in the NBA. Jaylen Brown's going to take his seat. His night likely is over with. 31 points,
White.
16 from the field in 28 minutes.
Get it over to Horford. He's looking, gets it to Tatum. Tatum in the paint, too big. Doubled by Tyus and Book, but that really means you just got Tyus guarding. Yeah, Big Dylan. I don't know if you're still in here, but let me try to find you one, man. Sorry.
You look at his arms. I mean, they're down.
Say hang down past his kneecaps.
I'm telling you.
I didn't think anybody was over here even watching and play back.
People don't realize it's not about how tall you are. It's your extremities, man. You got long arms.
Tyus to Book.
Booker able to get to the
Book
left
doubled.
hand,
Shoots
fading back
anyway.
off the
No
elbow.
good. In the mid-range.
Here comes Holiday, two-time champ, one for the Bucks.
Horford for three. Quick release. No good. Don't you worry. We will not box out. We shall not rebound. But Beal does get a steal. Royce down to Tyus in the corner. Hauser runs out at him late and forces the miss. Tatum with the rebound.
It's typical Boston, right? They have a lead. And you know the Suns are going to take threes. They're trying to get back in the game. But Boston's going to keep shooting them too. I mean, like, it just
Derek White from three. Don't worry. 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Only down 21 points. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Well, they average 48 attempts per game. And they also average a league best.
Yeah, Alex, I mean, I'm
18
sure we
makes per
will whenever.
Royce lines
You
up
know.
the three ball. Splash down.
Royce O'Neal.
Whenever we play him.
He has shown that he has become a tremendous spot-up three-point shooter. And he's had his streaks during the course of this season. But ultimately, he's going to finish with a very high
Horford to
percentage.
White for
And
three.
it's
No
amazing,
good.
His ability to change like he has, to just being that guy.
A career year for Royce.
Book pick and roll
42%
with
downtown.
Royce.
Good for 14th in the league.
Step back three
Sidestep
for
three
Book.
separate Booker
It's
and
good.
Book hits.
Gary, I really don't
Timeout
think
on
it's
the floor,
purely an emotional
110,
thing for me with
95.
Book. It's really not. After a season like this, I can separate that level of attachment. The thing is, I've already seen this Suns team, not this one, but I've seen the Suns with Book as the best player on the team. I've seen us get to the finals and go up 2-0. So for me, it's not a question of if Book can be a part of a winning team. I think you have to get like the chemistry right. You have to get it back to being more of like what it was and less of what it is now. But I fully believe that it's possible. So that's why I don't want to get rid of Book. Because he's one of the pieces, whatever order you want to be, second best scorer, third best scorer, something we're gonna need already, and he's very young still. There's just no need to give up on him now. There's no need. You're gonna have to get somebody at least as good, if not better than Booker, to be that second guy on a winning team. You know, might as well keep him. Gonna have to go find a Booker somewhere. Or someone that can produce like him. Might as well keep him. And he wants to stay. Down there. But the whole only putting shooters around him is just not
Lose another step to Sacramento.
going to work. White for 3 in the corner. It's good.
One of the most nerve-wracking things you have to do as an athlete, and I just downright hated it. In a number of years, I
Dunn
did that.
got
And
Gillespie
it's just-
on
you
him.
just
Sorry,
rather
kicks it to
just
Gillespie.
finish it yourself and not
Gillespie
have to worry about it.
picking and rolling, pulls
But
the
now,
3.
you know, it
They
moved
went
from
under
the-
on
not
the
from
screen, and he
team.
hits the 3.
It was over, they won. Now it moved to Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and they play tonight. And they play, what, a Clipper team.
That's
They
literally
play
exactly
very
what
well,
I
but
said, hey,
it's
Dot.
just the back and
I'm
forth
like,
to
having
go.
only shooters around him ain't going to do it.
Debilitating.
You have to
penalty
build it right.
to go through that.
Luke
Cornette to the rack, alley-oop, kind of
Well, whoever is
an
working
alley-oop.
with Cornette is obviously that guy
Book
needs
pulls.
a percentage.
Wow, that would have been amazing.
He's
No
gonna be a
good.
valuable
Tatum.
guy now.
Wow, dribbles around Royce's body for the yam. He just cooked right there. That was sick. Gillespie to Royce. Pump fake. Back to Gillespie. Oso. Back to Gillespie.
High with 12. You'd love to see the young man really get another bucket here to register.
And we got the subs coming in for the last 2 minutes. Ryan Dunn, heavily contested 3. No good. I applaud him for taking it.
The Suns are going to bring in some of the bench guys. Damian Lee, Bull make their way to the scorer's table. Boston will remain here
Tatum.
at home. They'll take on Washington on Sunday. As Drew Holiday
Down to Holiday.
down in the paint. Get a timeout. Substitutions can be made.
This is going to look like, you know, if you didn't watch the Suns game and you look at the score, you're going to say, man, they just got blown out again. And yeah, they're going to lose by a good number. But
Where's
they
Eddie
really
going with
competed
this?
in game.
No, they
Just the
didn't.
Celtics
They did
team
not
is just too
compete.
much.
Just
And
stop.
Without KD here and that
I don't
full
even know why
complement
he's trying to
completed
sugarcoat it.
with
No, they
Bradley
didn't.
Beal
They did
back,
not
who
compete.
struggled tonight, without a doubt. I didn't expect it.
Well, yeah, Jeremy, they're definitely right.
Better than 0 for 7. I'm sure
They knew
Brad
they
would
were
say
never
the
in
same.
any danger in this
But,
situation.
the effort is there.
Come
and that's
on
all
now.
you can ask for against a very talented basketball team that played all of their guys.
There you see the standings. Or Phoenix, Sacramento will conclude the regular season in Sacramento a week from Sunday.
And what's happening here, the loss column is always important.
Right, hey, now
The
that
Suns
makes
only,
sense. I would imagine
you know,
at
one
some,
back and 2 behind
to
Dallas.
some degree,
But also,
kind of
the
have
win
to,
column is a
right?
problem now because
Yeah.
you got to win.
Well,
So
and
it's
remember-
not about backing up now. You got to go out and win games as well if you're the Suns.
Yeah, and just a reminder, Sacramento leads the season series.
Pre. I need Sundo to teach me how to do the damn European chant because I kept doing it
Came
wrong.
down to it, that game at the end of the
And
year
I don't want to disappoint him,
would be extremely important.
Yeah.
you know?
Both coaches dipping into their bench here as Damian Lee checks in along with
D.
Kyle
Lee in
West,
the
out there
game,
with
everybody.
Bull,
His championship
Massa,
DNA is going to carry us
and Cody Martin.
to a victory in these last 2 minutes. All right, Gillespie getting a screen from Bull. And
Gillespie,
Charlie Villanueva
the defender.
Jr. fouls Gillespie.
Second-year player out of Arkansas. Name is Keita, also out there. Shireman. Shireman's had been playing a kind of pivotal role in recent weeks.
Gillespie to D. Lee. D. Lee to the rack. Lefty lay. Not even close, but he doesn't care. He's just happy to be out there and get a chance to put up a shot. Charlie Villanueva Jr. kicks it out to Tillman, who looks like he's put on about 40 LBs last time I seen him. White boy extraordinaire to the rack. Scores nice and easy. My guy Baylor Shireman from Creighton in Omaha, Nebraska. Mr. Meeseeks over to Gillespie, working on Shireman. Stops, pops, good shot, no good. Keita with the rebound.
Colin, and again, he's going to grow, right? You see a different player in these situations here where the game is over and he's very aggressive. I would just love to see him aggressive.
Pick and roll here. I really don't know who number 13 is. I won't even fake like I know who that is. And if any of you act like you know who that is without looking, I'll know you're a liar. Bol over to Gillespie. Get it back to Bol, baby. 12 seconds, Bol back to Gillespie, baby. Ooh, deep three from Gillespie.
You know, see that early. Like, just go for it. Like,
he deserves it too, Goated. He deserves it. The level of work he puts in, he deserves to be on a team that can help him chase a title. I will hold zero ill will to KD if he leaves. None at all.
The hardest thing to do is look at a veteran or a guy that's quote-unquote the man, and he's to your left.
Cody over to D-Lee, championship DNA. D-Lee, that is. Bol with the rebound, and a nice pass out to Mr. Meeseeks, who whips it down to Cody Martin for the jam. What's up, little buddy?
Long enough, they'll give you respect.
What's up? Aren't you hungry? You want pickups?
Don't forget next broadcast Sunday.
Here, I'll pick you up.
Suns travel to NYC to take on the Knicks. Sunday time, starting our coverage at 3:30 p.m. Right here on Arizona's Family Sports for our wonderful crew.
Suns lose! Suns lose!
Our director, David Sushi King Hughes, producer Brock Kraft.
This is my old man, Jack Bauer. He's 14 years old
now stay tuned for Suns Game Time,
and sexy.
with your host, Tom Leander,
all right?
and Tom
How do I know? The ladies can't get enough of him in this house. All right, guys, here we go. Suns lose by 20 points. Let's take a look at the stats and see where things went wrong. Am I right? Royce 4 for 10. Didn't see that coming. 37 for Book. Book's been scoring lately. Back as the number one option. Book really seems to be able to score 29 attempts, but he hits 15. I'm fine with that. 6 assists, 5 rebounds, only 2 turnovers, so a 6-to-2 ratio. I like that. Anybody else for the Suns do anything? Tyus, 2 for 4. He had 12 points. 8 from Goose, 8 from Gillespie. I guess let's take a look at the threes, right? 12 for 37 for the Suns, 32.4%. 2A, 36%. 14 for 39. So you didn't get blasted from 3 that bad. You really didn't. You still lost by 20. I was not a big fan. I was really not a big fan of the small ball lineups that Bud was trying tonight. Mostly because, well, A, they weren't working. But B, you got Porzingis out there, man. He's going to stretch the floor on you his damn self. You can't think that you're going to guard him with Grayson Allen or Ryan Dunn, as good of a defender as he can be, or, for God's sakes, Royce O'Neal. It's just not going to work. And he tried it all game, no adjustments. So that was disappointing to see. But obviously, very used to being disappointed with Bud's lineups. Most mischievous. That's got to be... her name's Lila, but we call her Phoebe. She's a naughty little chicken. Blop Blop says, you guys are really itching to watch us get our ass beat for 4 games by Oklahoma, aren't you? Seriously, man. I have fully accepted and do think that it's the right call to miss the playoffs because you will just get murked, and that could confuse ownership as to whether or not they need to fire Bud. And Bud's got to go. The players got to go, but Bud's not the guy to coach the new players when they get here either. We've learned those two things. That's how bad this season is. That's how bad the season is. I guess we look at Beal. I mean, I understand rust, but this was just beyond rust. 0 for 7, 1 point. And he even missed a free throw. He even couldn't get his second point off of a free throw. I need to cut your nails. Paradise says, how many coaches Suns fired so far? Not enough. They need to fire one more. At least. At least. Jeremy says no one should be keeping their jobs after this travesty. Agreed. Except for Booker and Durant. I think they played good enough this season that you can't say they didn't hold up their ends of the bargain. Twenty Praised says, how was this team constructed? Nobody is defending. Yep. We sent away Okogie, who was our best defender too, and then Bud didn't really like Nick Richards that much, so he wanted to play Plumlee over him for the first 2 months of having him. But whatever. Nick Richards been quiet lately as well. 7 rebounds tonight, though, in 14 minutes. 2 for 3. Gary, as soon as they get us a coach that didn't get carried to a title by super duper 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 stars, one of which being in a LeMickey bubble, then we can keep them. But we keep hiring coaches that get carried to titles. It's very obvious. We can't all have Greg Wokovich as a coach. All right? Sam Cassell says, hey Dot. So, hey Dot, where is Sam Cassell coaching right now? And how long has he been coaching? Because I'm very open to Sam Cassell. Very open to that idea. Vision says, don't worry, guys. It doesn't matter that Beal only scored 1 point as long as he has his smile. Exactly. Thank you. Ball, Vision. All right. K-Dot said Boston, and Paradise said he's the assistant coach. Okay. I'm liking that idea even more. Absolutely. Give him a shot. At least interview him. Make sure he's on the short list of interviews. Yeah, SRTD will. Ime Udoka is the perfect coach, but he will bang your wife. And I think that's why the Suns nobody wanted to sacrifice that on the Suns. Inferno Joker says Beal with 1 point is crazy. Bronny is a better product, is better, period. Tonight, yeah, I'd give it to Bronny over Beal. Beal just looked super rusty. His jumper was not he had no control over where the ball went when he shot. No confidence. It happens. It doesn't happen this bad, though. 1 point's insane. 0 for 7 is insane. So it was worse than just rust. It was rust and extremely poor play. So he didn't stay ready. Whatever the fook he's been doing this whole time while he's been out, he has not stayed ready. Two go to said Beal's the obvious scapegoat for how bad this team was this year. Yeah, because of the contract, what it means as far as how much you're paying him, and you can't spread that around and make the team better with his money. And then, he's such a disappointment as far as on court, especially can't even get on the court. So yeah, I got no problem with that. Yeah, Johnny, I don't even know why they're interviewing him. I don't even know why he's talking to the media anymore. If I was Beal, I would just be quiet and be like, look, man, I'm going to just keep my head down and try to do the best I can for this team. I don't really have nothing to say right now. We don't need to hear it, man. We don't need to hear these false hope. We've given up hope. It's not happening. You're not going to the play-in. And even if you did, you can't beat anyone in the play-in, let alone Let's say you did the best case scenario. Best case scenario. You get into the play-in. No, I don't even think you could do that. I don't even think you could get the 8th seed in the play-in if you wanted to, because you'd be playing for this. You'd be playing, 7th. You'd be playing for that 8th seed. So no. Best case scenario, you get the 8th seed. You go up against OKC, and they fry you 4 games in a row. You know? Blop, blop. I think it's somewhere in the middle. You're saying Bol Bol's trash. A lot of people feel like Bol Bol's goated. It's in the middle. To say he's an inconsistent... he has his good side, he has his bad side, but more than anything, even when you get the best out of Bol Bol, it's in like 5 to 7 game runs, and then he goes quiet for a while. However, as soon as he would start to go quiet, Bud's like, you're done. You're out. I see you getting quiet. I see you not scoring as much. You're not hitting your threes. You're done. So he can do it in bursts. He just hasn't gotten to the point where he can do it all season. But that's Grayson Allen's in that category. You've got Tyus in that category. You've got Royce certainly in that category. Name somebody. Even Booker was in that category this year. Of can't do it game in and game out. You're going to get several good games and several bad games. Maybe, Justin, that might not be a bad idea. I did one a long time ago. It was a lot of work because I was trying to win the title, and I just couldn't. I couldn't win the title no matter how hard I worked at it. That ended up being pretty damn long, but he does, Alex. Sundo deserves only the finest squad. I'm hoping we get to hear from y'all's boy Bud. You know? General Freddy says Bol can score more than 1 point. True. Easily. But it's not like Beal scores 1 point often. This is just one game where he had 1 point. Next game, you might get a different Brad Beal. You might get 25 from Brad. You might get 30 from Brad. I don't think he's going to do it quite yet, but I could see him, say, like, game 3 back, game 4 back, having a really good game. And us being like, where was this Bradley Beal there when we needed him? Pool Kicks Fire says when Bol was a starter, he did good. We just treat him like trash. Yes, we do, and I never even needed him to be a starter. I just wanted him to get consistent minutes so he could work on his consistency, but we're not going to get that. Ooh, Bud.
Yeah, I think with Porzingis in the starting lineup and, them really just spreading you out, just thought we'd try and give, an Oso a look and try and reduce the number of threes. So that Oso and the whole group, I think they worked to execute a lot of stuff we wanted to do, but we still, weren't able to get enough stops. But yeah, that's a lot of the thinking. Yeah, no, I mean, it's tough when you've been sitting out, come back. Sometimes you can come back and have a big one, Tonight I think he's just trying to find his way, feel his way. It'll be good for him to get to play again on Sunday and, keep working. We need him in a good way. Yeah, I mean, I think we're trying to work on our spacing, trying to tweak it a little bit, and there were times when it just I don't think our spacing was as good as it needs to be, and maybe overthinking it, but we had some looks, we had some chances, but we gotta do a little bit more around Book, give him some help. Yeah, I mean, that's what we talked about kind of at the opening. I think, trying to reduce the number of threes was a priority. I thought we had some good possessions of guarding them, taking the pride. But, they're good players. They're good individual players, mixing in the drive. And then I thought their off-ball action, in the second half was – they really kind of went to that and started, finding ways to get threes and layups, out of the off ball, a little bit less one-on-one. So, they're good. They have lots of different ways they can attack you, including playing one-on-one.
Being in this situation, knowing that has been a while since the Suns have been in this role.
Haven't had a losing record since when? 1920. The 19. No, that's probably more on me than you. Since 19. Yeah, no, I mean we got to find a way to win some games.
We do.
Whether it's a winning record, whether it's finding a way to.
Oh, guys, we're good. We just have to find a way, and then we'll be good.
On this trip, we got to find a way to get a win, get some more wins, find a way to get into the play-in.
What adjustment are you guys going to make with another floor spacing dominant?
We're not getting into the play-in.
We'll look at the film tonight, and we'll decide between now and Sunday what we're going to do. All right, thanks.
Don't bother, bud. Don't even bother. $1 to coach 1 year of bad basketball, and then just get to sit on my couch and play Marvel Rivals. That'd be sick. Like, Bud really is smart if you think about it. It's like, yeah, I could go in there. I could coach my ass off. I could play the right players. I could build my offense around Booker and Durant instead of trying to force them to take 100 threes a game each. But if I do it this way, I'll get paid for 4 years to do nothing and just get to live my life. He's a genius, man, and he doesn't get enough credit from you guys. I would, Inferno. I'd buy all the skins twice. Yeah, Paradise. Monty did the same thing with the Pistons. I mean, he did the same thing with us. Just we traded him or got let go of him, and the Pistons ended up paying him, so we didn't have to, but we were almost stuck with that. Blop Blop says Bucks fans tried to warn us. I can't even count how many Bucks fans I had tell me how bad Coach Bud is at making adjustments and how he gets stuck in his ways. Well, I think, man, like you saw Gary in here, and he's like, how many championship winning people put a value on the fact that he's won a title. But I think what we've learned as Suns fans, for everyone, we've learned this lesson so no one else had to, is that there are going to be coaches out there that win titles, a significant portion of them, that it wasn't so much them, it was their players. I think with a sport like basketball, that's very reasonable. It's not like that with football. You need your coach to be able to really, really manage the games, call timeouts at the right time, make adjustments at halftime at least, game plan, all of that. But basketball, no, you can just have the best hoopers out there that fit piece-wise, they fit as a puzzle, and that can be enough. And the coach can just kind of be chilling in the background, just not getting in the way. I could see that, Kurt. I could see him ending up in San Antonio. But tell you what, we are on to the... Well, yes, Alex, you're right. And Vogel was really good with the Pacers. And I think if we would have had DA for Vogel, if DA wouldn't have asked out as well, I think we would have did better with Vogel. And Vogel was a lot better than this. He won 49 games. You know. The point is, guys, we are on to the Knicks. Okay? It looks like they've got maybe a couple people out, but I doubt it. I'm sure Brunson and Payne will be back and Mitchell Robinson will be back. It's going to be another beatdown, folks. It's going to be a beatdown at the hands of McHale. It's gonna be a beatdown. So tune in. You know, wasn't this fun tonight? Don't you guys want to do this again on Sunday? Or are you a coward? Is that what we're dealing with here? What? I said, are you yella? Are you scared? What? You know. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Hopefully we have La Sunday dough. You know, it is a 6 p.m. game. That's usually right in the sweet spot for him to not be too tired and also have gotten out of choich. All right. We're on to the Knicks. Suns lose. Suns lose, but we almost had them, you know? We almost, man, we was so close. But, the refs, man, the refs just hoed the Suns. It's because the NBA doesn't like Phoenix. And so we're not the problem. Okay, what we did was right, and Bud's a good coach, and we shouldn't fire him. You know, it's we still got time to make the play-in, and then it's anything can happen in the playoff. You know what's crazy is come playoff time, everybody flips a switch and plays way harder. I don't think the Suns can even do that, could they? They don't have a switch on the wall to even try to flip, let alone the electricity running to it to power the lights. Suns lose!